Hello, everybody. You are listening to the Bandana Podcast. This is my winter 2022 season. If you haven't heard in my last season, I decided to just break up my podcast episodes into seasons because I am a full-time student and I am hopefully about to be a part-time employee on campus, so I'm not going to have time to do weekly episodes throughout the entire year as I used to do. So I'm switching to this season format. I don't know about you guys, but I have been personally loving doing it this way because it does allow me to have just one less thing to worry about during my school season. And when I'm out of school, I can now focus and put more effort into these episodes. So I hope I'm doing both of us a favor here. So let's get into the episode. I decided what better way to start off this season than by talking about something that not a lot of people can do right now. If you're new here, hello and welcome. If you don't know, I am studying public health at UT Arlington, and because of that, I tend to center a lot of my podcast episodes around what I'm learning. So, with that being said, this episode is going to be about walkability and how that relates to the level of exercise you're able to get throughout your life. So let's start at the beginning. So in the field of public health, we learn about something called social determinants of health. And basically what that means is there are certain things in one's environment or about one's status that influence their health and well-being. And some examples of these are the level of education you're able to get, your socioeconomic status, the type of job you have, your race, your sexual orientation, your gender identity. Many things are at play here, and all of these factors can contribute to how you are able to live your life and how well you are treated by society, by the government, by your family. And it's in the field of public health, we take those social determinants of health and try to address the problems that arise from those being a thing. So if you somehow haven't heard this term, we tend to focus more on minority populations. So we look at non-white populations, we look at lower socioeconomic statuses, we look at racial minorities, we look at gender and sexuality minorities. And one of the other things that can be an influence on your health and wellness is the environment that you live in. And I definitely would call that a social determinant of health because your environment determines how much exercise you're able to get, how well you are able to breathe, and I don't know, just what kind of access to food you have. It really determines how well you are going to be living. But in this episode, I wanted to particularly focus on walkability. So if you don't necessarily know what walkability means, you can probably... Sorry, I just heard my dryer. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, walkability describes how feasible it is for someone to get to wherever they need to go by foot. So, it's like if you live in an apartment and you need to go to a grocery store and there are sidewalks or like a lot of control with traffic, then I would consider that a walkable area. And by the way, walkability can be applied to any place where people live. It can be applied to a city, a town, even rural areas, although I don't really know how how much people are willing to walk to get places in rural areas, but you know, it's the idea of being able to walk to get somewhere. I kind of alluded to this a few seconds ago, but usually when people hear the word walkable or walkability, they tend to think about sidewalks, traffic controls, so stop signs, stoplights. I'm not really sure what else can be considered like under the walkability umbrella. But yeah, I tend to think about sidewalks and uh how I don't really know. It's like the sidewalks, but if you're achieving like high walkability, then you're particularly looking at the quality of the sidewalks. So, how old are they? Are they cracking? Do they need reconstruction? Things like that. And in this episode, I wanted to briefly talk about walkability and your ability to exercise. So, I live in Arlington, Texas. I am trying my best not to give too many details about where I live, but just so you know, I do live in Arlington, Texas. And one of the things that is heavily focused on in the public policy here in Arlington is the walkability and bikeability. So, because of that, there are sidewalks almost everywhere, and there are even bike lanes, definitely like across campus. There are bike lanes throughout some of downtown Arlington, which is great, and it's really cool to see. And I personally love having sidewalks because it basically lets me know that I'm able to get where I need to if I don't have a bike or a car. Well, actually, I guess you could use a bike on a sidewalk, but I'm more of a person for walking because I do not have the leg strength to bike. I brought a bike with me up here to Arlington when I moved here in hopes that I would use it to get across campus, but no, I've just been walking and taking shuttles everywhere, so I guess I'm not the person to be speaking about walkability, but you know, I am studying walkability and its relation to the level of exercise you get. But yeah, I guess because Arlington is so simultaneously urbanized and walkable, it's great for me because I have grocery stores and my campus nearby, so I'm able to just walk to wherever I need to go. Um, and of course, some people don't have that luxury, and I do hope that they are able to access that type of luxury at some point. And I don't know, I feel like I had something else to say, but I cannot think of it. Oh, okay, I remembered. So that's pretty much just my personal anecdote, but in general, in the sense of public health, it definitely increases one's ability to get the exercise they need and reduce like their chances of having adverse health effects later on in life. Um, because it gives them the ability to just do exercise. There's not really anything complicated to it. It's just simply the ability to exercise. So it's such a simple concept that I'm surprised at the amount of cities and municipalities that don't have that as a focus. I think it's because of funding. I know money is usually the reason why so many of these obvious public health policies aren't put in place. It's simple. There's not really much to it. I love a walkable city. I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. I see that this recording is already almost at 10 minutes. It's approaching 9. So I will close this off by saying I hope you enjoyed this first episode, and I hope you will stick around for more as I release all of my episodes. I'm not really sure what type of schedule I'm going to go on specifically, but I'm definitely going to at least do a weekly episode. I'm just not sure what day or what time, but I might follow my old schedule over the summer, but we'll see. Okay, that's it. Adios.